Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the SNHU 7 Learning Community webinar for classes starting on Monday. I am Melanie Shop. I am so excited to get to chat with y'all tonight about the very start of your term. So tonight's session will be recorded. You only need to be able to hear me and see the screen. If you have questions, you can always pop them in the chat. I'm unable to see that until I get done sharing my screen, but I will make sure I go back and make sure that I didn't miss any questions. Okay, so first and foremost, your experience here at Southern New Hampshire University is important to us. It is our policy and practice to create an inclusive and accessible learning environment. If there are aspects of instruction or course design that present barriers to accessibility, please notify the Online Accessibility Center, the OAC, as soon as possible at 866-305-9430. You can also email them at the oac@snhu.edu or visit the Online Accessibility Center website. So, lots of information about the OAC. What this team or department here does at the university is help make sure that you get content in a way that works best for you. Content like these webinars, readings, or tutorials, or things from your classroom environment, or even student events. So if you have questions about that, please contact the OAC, or you can always get with your advisor too. In case you just hopped in, you don't need a microphone or camera. I just need to be able to hear me. These webinars will be offered all term long, y'all, okay? So every single week, you're going to have a webinar. Most of them are on demand or pre-recorded, and they will be ready for you on the SNHU 7 Learning Community YouTube webpage by every Monday morning. So when you start a new module, a new week, that Monday, hop in, watch the webinar, check out any of the videos. They will be there every single week, and I go through kind of the assignments for the week, the concepts, and just make sure you know where to click and how to find things, okay? There is a couple of live sessions. Tonight is one of them, and then usually I'm live in week 6 with a member of our amazing academic support team. So pay attention to your SNHU emails, pay attention to the course announcements that your instructors will post in your classes, because that'll give you the links, the times, the dates, and all the reminders, okay, everybody? As a reminder, this is an academic space, so always be mindful of your conduct. And then just know that these webinars or the focus videos that you'll be shared with in your classroom, or you can visit the YouTube page, they're not mandatory for you to watch. They're not graded. There's no extra credit points, but they are here to help support your success. So you will learn things from week to week, and you will have a little bit of fun, and I hope that they make you smile. I'm going to flip on my camera here real fast. Hello, everybody. I'm Melanie Shop, and I am so excited to be one of the first to welcome you here to the university. SNHU is just really excited for you. So tell me how you're feeling in the chat. Like, are you excited? Are you nervous? Are you a little bit overwhelmed? Is this your first time in college? Are you the first one in your family to go? Have you tried college before? Maybe you're back to do something different. Like, tell me about yourself, because that's one of the best parts about these webinars. This is me. This is my family. I teach SNHU 107. I also teach IDS 105, another course in the first year experience program here at the university. I have taught for 20 years. When I say that out loud, it sounds like a lot, but I love it. I'm also an academic partner, so I work with all of your amazing faculty, and you get to see me in the SNHU 107 learning community. So for some of you, I'll be your actual instructor, but you can always check who your instructor is by looking in your Brightspace classroom underneath the My Instructor announcement, okay? I love the water. I'm a part-time mermaid is what I say. I love the beach, the pool. Anybody else love the water? I'm from Pensacola, Florida, but I grew up in Iowa. However, if you've ever been to Pensacola, we have the most amazing white sugar sand beaches. They're incredible, so I encourage you to check them out. But I also have some hobbies about me, just so you get to know me a little bit. I'm an avid road cyclist. I also like indoor spinning. I'm a huge reader, so if you ever have book recommendations, I read all across the genres. I love coffee, and I love spending time with my 2 boys and my husband. But the biggest thing is that I'm a resource for you and for your success. So I wanted just you to be able to put a face to the voice that you're going to hear all term long. And please let us know a little bit about you in the chat. If you just hopped in, make sure you say hello. Let us know your major, where you're from, all that kind of fun stuff. So what is this SNHU 107 learning community? Students always want to know, like, what is this? Why should I want to be a part of it? The biggest thing we want you to know is that the SNHU 107 learning community is actually outside of your Brightspace classroom, okay? So it's in what's called SNHU Connect, and you have to have a special login. If you've tried to access SNHU Connect and your login hasn't worked yet, just know it takes about 7 to 10 days after you register for your classes for that login to be created. So don't panic, because there's nothing in the community that you have to be able to work in your classes, but it's a wonderful space for extra support, extra resources. It's where you can get to know other students taking your same class, but they might not be in your actual section of the course. You'll see reminders and links and announcements about any of the live webinar sessions, but also reminders for the on-demand webinars, which are those pre-recorded ones. They'll be available every week. There's a schedule that your instructors will post. You'll get reminder emails. Who got the SNHU reminder emails for like tonight, for example? You'll get those from week to week. And every couple of weeks, you'll get reminders of like, hey, make sure you check these things out for your success. In addition to these webinars, we have what's called focus videos. These are short, quick videos that are usually underneath 5 minutes, and they either show you like where an assignment is in your class or how to do it. They're just shorter and just more to the point than these webinars that usually take about 30 minutes or so. And what does all of this equal? Your success. You know, here at SNHU, we want you to be successful in your courses. My amazing partner for success was unable to be with us tonight, but I wanted to introduce you guys to Dr. James Winfield. Dr. J is what his students call him. Some of you might see him as your instructor for your SNHU 107 course, or if you're taking IDS 105, he teaches both of them, but he's our Associate Dean of First Year Experience and Retention Strategies. So his team is incredible and instrumental in helping students that are starting their first couple of classes be successful. Some fun facts about him. He's a Marvel Cinematic Universe fan. Do I have any Marvel fans in here? He loves to cook. He's a family man, and him and his team is a resource that is here for your success. Dr. J always likes to talk to new students about the acronym PEN. Do you guys know, pop it in the chat if you know who our university mascot is? Pop quiz, right? Does anybody know? Tell me in the chat if you think you know. Very good. The Penman, Constant, very good. So the Penman is our university mascot here at SNHU, and Dr. J has this acronym PEN. What he wants to encourage students just like you to do is to persist, is to keep going and working towards your goals of finishing your classes and earning your degree. There's going to be some good days, some bad days, and some little bit of sprinkle of those in between. It's to keep going, and it's to engage with your classmates, engage with university resources, engage with getting involved in like student clubs and organizations through networking, all for your success. Okay, so remember, as you're going through your courses, to always be acting and working after that goal of PEN, persist, engage, and network. The other thing we want you to remember is you got this. Okay, say it out loud. I got this. I see in the chat. I did pull it up on my phone so I could kind of multitask a little bit in case you guys had any questions or there was technical difficulties. You know, for some of you, you're overwhelmed. Like you tried college before, it didn't work. You know, you might be excited, you might be nervous. You're the first in your family. Maybe you're doing this together, like with a friend or a partner. Like that's so exciting. And everybody has a little bit of a different backstory. But no matter how you got here, I want you to just believe in yourself and to remember, like, I got this, I can do this, because it really comes in handy if you find yourself maybe struggling or getting off track or life getting in the way. Just remember, you're not alone on this journey. There's a lot of resources here at the university, and we want to support your success. So for SNHU 107, I wanted to just take a little bit of time and kind of go over some of the assignments that you're going to have in the course, just to make sure you understand kind of like what's ahead. So your course total points is 1,000 points, and it's broken up with these assignments. You're going to have 5 discussion assignments, 5 journal assignments, 3 warm-ups, and then you're going to have 1 project. So the discussion assignments, when you have a discussion assignment, I want you guys to kind of remember Thursday and Sunday for due dates, okay? When you have a discussion assignment, you're going to have a series of questions that you need to answer. You're going to answer those questions from looking at your required resources section of what you're supposed to read in your class, any videos to review, but also a lot of times our personal and professional experiences can come into play. So with these discussions, there'll be questions you have to answer from week to week, and that is you sharing your thoughts, your ideas based off the questions. Your initial post is always due by Thursdays, 11:59 p.m. And then you have to respond to at least 2 of your classmates by Sundays. Everybody got that? For the very first week, so next week, your initial post is due Thursday, like always, 11:59 p.m., but it's East Coast time. After that, after that first week, it's going to go to your time zone. All right, does that make sense for discussions? Just remember, initial post where you're answering the questions when you're assigned a discussion every Thursday, minimum of 2 responses to classmates by every Sunday. With those responses to classmates, you can respond to more, totally fine. Just make sure that you're writing more than a sentence or two because that won't cut it if it's short like that. All right. The other thing is can you work earlier in the week? Like, can you submit your initial post on Monday versus Thursday or respond to your classmates like earlier in the week? Of course you can. You can work ahead. That's fine. Do what is best and convenient for you. Journal assignments, you have 5 of those. And the cool thing is with these is you have a template, which means you're not starting from scratch. You're going to have a Microsoft Word document that you open up. It's going to have a series of questions and you're able to type directly in the document. What this means you're going to have access to Microsoft Word or something compatible. All right. Since you're an SNHU student, you get access to Office 365 for free. You can actually find that by going into your classroom. At the top, click on the little help arrow, click on Online Student Services, and then scroll down to Office 365 and other software. There's a ton of different softwares for free you get as an SNHU student, but you're going to want that Microsoft Word or something compatible because that's how you'll submit your journal assignments, and you have 5 of them, and notice they're worth a significant chunk of grade. Okay, sound good on the journals? And then you have warm-ups. There's 3 of them. Warm-ups are kind of like a quiz, but they're open book. You can take them as many times as you need to for your success. You can go back and, take them if you didn't do so hot. I always encourage students, review your reading, review the module, then take it. Don't just hop in there because you won't do so hot. And then it all is going to culminate together to kind of connect the dots with the assignments you've worked on and the concepts all term for your final project. Your final project, again, is not starting from scratch. It's going to have a template. There's even an example for you in Module 7. It's just a really great way to make sure you understand and can apply all the concepts and terminology you learned in your course. Okay, how's that sound? Sound good? I love SNHU 07. Actually, you guys start classes on Monday, and I'm finishing a term right now with my students. So they just all submitted their final projects this last week, and they were incredible to read and review. It just see everybody put everything together. What I'm going to do next is just run you guys through kind of some top tips for success that come from faculty here at the university, but also from other students. The biggest one, number 1, is to prioritize your time. So has anybody taken a few minutes and kind of mapped out when they'll do their SNHU homework or study? This is important. I know you're taking online classes for the convenience of being online, but you kind of want to plan out some study time, almost like you have to have yourself physically in a seat in class. If you can, plan earlier in the week versus later in the week. That way, if your week gets away from you, overwhelmed, like something life happens, because it happens, you're not scrambling through the weekend to get your stuff turned in. Okay, so I encourage you, map out that SNHU time, prioritize your studying and your homework. Along with tip number 2 is making connections. Get to know your classmates. You're going to have the discussion board. Utilize that to get to know different thoughts, opinions, perspective. It's really like the best thing about being online is you're going to meet people from all over the world. Get to know your faculty. Do not be nervous to reach out to us. Do y'all hear me? I know that we grade you. But a lot of students are often hesitant to reach out if they have a question or they're just, nervous about it, or if they're stuck on something. Please reach out to your faculty. We're the ones that are grading you. We're the ones that are seeing the work you turn in. So if you have questions, send us an email. A lot of faculty also might text message, check their My Instructor announcement. They'll tell you how the best ways to get a hold of them are. We're available for your success. And there are so many SNHU departments, which you're going to learn about all term here at the university, that are here for your success. Anything from the academic support team, which helps with writing, if you're nervous about your writing. We also have tutors, plus we have the career team, we have the financial team. I mean, there's just so many people that are here for your success, and they're literally just a click away. And you can find all of those resources if you go into your class in that bright space menu. At the top, click the little arrow for the help and click on Online Student Services, and it's going to pull up quick access to all of the departments. But notice the academic support team is at the very top, and so is the Shapiro Library. So if you're worried about citing stuff or not sure how to do certain things, both of those departments are absolutely fabulous for you to work with. The other thing is you have an electronic textbook, right? So you're going to have to purchase it. You're going to have to get connected. Where do you do that? Well, you go to the SNHU bookstore, which you can find them through Online Student Services. Click on the SNHU bookstore, add in your course code, so SNHU 107, that you're taking it as an online student, and you add to cart and checkout just like you were shopping on Amazon. Has anybody bought their book yet? The other part is want to make sure that you get it connected to your Vital Source bookshelf, so you can kind of take your book on the go with you, which is super cool. But if this is overwhelming or you're stuck or you're not sure of how to do things, reach out to your advisor and they will get you all connected with your book, okay? Also with tip number 3 is make sure that you get all connected. You should have gotten an email that looks kind of like this. It should have went to your SNHU email. It kind of walks you through the steps, but this same instructions for steps of how to get your book situated is under the Start Here area of your STEM 107 classroom, okay? It looks like you guys have already been getting the books, getting them connected. Awesome. Again, if you haven't done that, it's okay. Don't stress. Just reach out to your advisor if you're stuck or have questions. Tip number 4 is to have a backup plan. Y'all, life is going to happen. Every term, there's computers that go down. Maybe you're doing school from your phone, cell phones break. There's natural disasters, hurricanes, fires, tornadoes, snowstorms that knock out power, Wi-Fi goes out. I always tell students I had two brand new laptops, literally like the screen of death in one term. Like, I don't even know how that happened. Best Buy and I were not friends that term. So things happen. Kids get sick, you get sick. I've had students that baby comes early, baby comes late, they're traveling for work or their work schedule changed. I've had students that have broken bones and fingers and all of a sudden couldn't type. Like, things happen in life, but you want to make sure you have a backup plan. So think about, like, if your internet goes out, if your laptop breaks or your phone breaks, that's how you're doing school. Do you have friends or family that you can go pop over and utilize their free Wi-Fi, or like restaurants or coffee shop, or even those local libraries? Y'all, hidden gems, local libraries. They have quiet study spaces. They have free Wi-Fi, and they also have computers there. So those are some great things about your local libraries, but also make sure that you write down your advisor's phone number and email address. Same with your faculty from class to class, just in case something happens, you're able to get a hold of them and let them know what's going on. So if you miss an assignment or if you're late or you didn't do so hot, they can work with you for your success to get back on track or caught up, and they don't think that you just didn't turn it in. Make sense? Tip number 5 is to create a to-do list. This kind of goes with making that SNHU time, but you want to know what's on your schedule, both inside and outside the classroom. I'm sure many of you are balancing competing priorities. You might be raising a family. You might be taking care of somebody else in your family, like a parent. You might be working inside the home, outside the home. You might have a lot of responsibilities in the community. Whatever it is, everybody has a lot of stuff going on. So it's important for you to stay on top of your to-do list from day to day and week to week so that you don't get as overwhelmed. So kind of take it this weekend, if you haven't done it yet, and just kind of sit down and look at your first week and be like, okay, so like, what are the things I need to get done outside of schoolwork? And then when am I going to do my schoolwork? And kind of make a little plan for your success. And then it gives you that flexibility. Tip number 6 is communication is key. You guys have heard me mention, you can see how your instructor best communicates by that My Instructor announcement in your classroom. But all of the university resources are literally a click away. We all have phone numbers. You can reach us by the good old fashioned phone. Everybody has an email address, your instructors, the different resources and teams here at the university. There are even some faculty that might do like FaceTime or Google Hangout appointments or use Teams. Plus, there's all kinds of online convenient options for the different departments. Like if you decide to use tutoring, they'll meet with you in an online capacity. So there's just a lot of ways for you to be supported here. But if you're stuck, you have questions, communication is key. So please reach out to us and know that it's okay. We want you to do that. Big success tip number 7 is to watch the webinars. So the webinars are about 30 minutes every week. Most of them, like I mentioned, are on demand or pre-recorded. Here's the links for those, but keep in mind that you will also be able to see these by checking your SNHU email and also checking your course announcements. We will put these things out from week to week. Your instructors will put it out so you can watch them when it's convenient for you, but they'll be loaded every Monday of a new week, okay? Any of the live sessions are held via Microsoft Teams, which you guys are all in right now. So you guys know how to work that. Tip number 8 is to know your success team. So I want you to think for a minute of who supports you genuinely, like who maybe might be helping you at home so you have some extra time to be in school, who might be helping with maybe kiddos at home or chores at home, who might be the one that reviews some of your writing assignments or make sure that you have time to do your homework. Like, think of that person or those people and keep them close, okay? It kind of takes a village a little bit to get through college, especially when you're adding it to an already busy schedule. So just know your success team, let them know that you appreciate them and that you're excited to have them in your corner. Tip number 9 is to use your feedback. So every week, y'all, your instructors are going to grade your assignments. You will have some assignments like those warm-up quizzes that auto grade. So as soon as you take a warm-up quiz, it's going to give you a grade. So you can go back and see if you want to redo it or add more points. But assignments like your journals, your final project, your discussions, that takes your faculty grading them manually one by one. Okay. So for example, next week, week 1, classes start Monday, right? Your initial post for your discussion assignment, because you're going to have a discussion assignment, is due Thursday. And then your peer responses are due by Sunday. And then your warm-up quiz is going to be due by Sunday. Okay. Your faculty have from that Sunday of week 1, they have a whole 7 days, Sunday of week 2, to grade your assignments. Some faculty will grade as things come in. Some will grade throughout the week. Some you might not see your stuff until literally Sunday. Okay. So I just wanted to let you know, like, they will be working on it. They are going to be grading, but I have a lot of students that are like, oh my gosh, my instructor hasn't graded yet. And I turned it in an hour ago. It just takes us a little bit of time to get through it. Does that make sense? Everybody doing okay so far? Is this helping? Is this answering like a lot of the questions that y'all have? When we get done here with this part, I will be sharing my screen so you guys can see a classroom real quick too. Okay, so the biggest thing is I just want to make sure you guys knew that they will be grading, but the most important thing is your instructor is going to be leaving you like tips, like, hey, you did really good with this, but I think that you might benefit from working with this resource, or hey, let's expand a little bit more and add some details in your next discussion, as an example. They're giving you kind of like the what you did good, what you can improve upon, and how you can do it. Tip number 10 is to use your resources. You've already heard me talk about the SNHU departments here a ton throughout these last couple of minutes. But this is just a reminder, you have so many people that you can connect with for your success, from your instructors, your advisors, our amazing career team. You can get to know them now. The academic support team has written feedback, which is where you can actually submit your writing assignments like journals, discussions, your project online to them. They give it a look over, give you some feedback on changes and edits and things like that to make sure you're meeting the scope of the assignment, and they get that back to you in less than 24 hours. So if you're worried about your writing mechanics or writing academically, that's a great service to use, and it's free and it's quick because often we tend to write like we text message. Make sure you're properly capitalizing, make sure you're spelling things out. Okay. Plus, there's all kinds of tutors. We have the learning communities and SNHU Connect, which, as a reminder for SNHU Connect, to find the STEM 107 learning community, you can actually access it from your Brightspace classroom. You do need a separate login. You have to be registered at least 7 to 10 days for that login to be active. So don't stress if you can't get in. There's nothing that you need to get in there for right away. Nothing that's going to be graded for you. Just know that it's a great place for you. Okay. You also have the amazing Shapiro Library, and you have the help desk. Tamara, yes, this webinar is recorded. It's recording right now. It'll be posted within 24 hours after the live session ending. I don't know why you guys were sent another link. Oh no. But I'm glad you're here. But I will make sure that you get that recording. It'll be posted. And I put the link in the chat too, but I'll post it in there again. The other thing, like I mentioned, is that success team. Like, know who supports you. The social supports are the people, places, and things that are outside the university for your success. So like your significant other, parents, kids, friends, coworkers, extended family, pets are included. And of course, yourself. None of this matters if you are not reaching out and advocating for you and your success. Do y'all hear me? This is your academic journey. You are a college student. You already know you are an adult, right? But the most important thing is that you know that if you're stuck, you have questions, you're not sure on something, you want to improve upon something, like, you are not alone. You have all of these departments and people that are pulling for you and your success, but you have to be the one that makes those connections. Okay? All right. Let me get out of this PowerPoint real quick, and I'm going to actually walk you guys into a classroom space, but I wanted to check, hold on one second, I want to check the chat just real quick, see if there was any major questions. I will put all of the links right here again, so you know where to find everything. Sorry, I don't know why you guys got sent the wrong link. I'm so sorry for that. But this is what your classroom space looks like, right? So when you guys log into your courses, you'll see at the top that course menu, you'll see My SNHU, the library, academic support, this help area. When you click on that little arrow, you can get a quick access to the IT service desk. So if anything technical is not working correctly, online student services is where I want to take you next, but there's also these really cool, helpful student tutorial videos. Don't miss out on them, especially if you're like new to kind of technology or it's not like your best thing, those are super helpful to kind of guide you through how to do things. The other part is when you click on online student services and you get in here, you will notice that you have the SNHU bookstore where you can purchase your books, academic advising, academic support. You have access to the library. Scrolling down, you will see that Office 365 and other software. That's that Microsoft Word that I was talking about, okay? Also, SNHU Connect, that's how you can get into the different learning communities, find clubs, organizations, but remember it takes 7 to 10 days for that login to be created, okay? So I wanted to make sure I showed you guys that. But the other thing is when you click on course menu, when you click on announcements, you will see where your instructor will add any course announcements. You'll see a My Instructor announcement for them. But also you can click on learning modules and you will see that start here area that has the syllabus. It gives you a reminder of your book and how to purchase everything from the bookstore. And then you'll also have quick access to the learning community. But here's the module. So just know module 1 is for week 1. So you have week by week. So they kick off on Monday, finish on Sunday. Does that make sense? So what you want to do when you're looking for your module stuff is you're going to click in on module 1. And when you click in on module 1, you just want to click the blue, gets you to where you want to go, okay? So when you click the blue, gets you to where you want to go, and you click on that, it'll pull up the module information, the overview. Just remember, click the blue, gets where you want to go, and you want to make sure you scroll all the way down and arrow over, okay? Does that help with kind of like how to navigate just real quick? Remember, you're always going to have required resources. It'll tell you your textbook. It'll tell you the pieces of where everything is. And as you scroll through, you can also get to your assignments this way. Okay. We do have an entire webinar on everything for module 1, like how to do your discussion, where to find it, and how to do the warm-up. So that will be for next week. With this too, as you guys go through the different pieces, so learning modules is how you get to everything for your assignments. Remember, week to week. I wanted to also show you quick access for your discussion assignments. If you just want to see the discussions, this general question space is just an area if you have just common general questions about the class, nothing personally related, always email your instructor for that. But again, you just click the blue, gets you to where you want to go. So like for week 1, you would click that. You'll notice that it'll say like for your initial post, here's the questions. You'll want to review those. And then you put your answers in by clicking start a new thread. Okay, you can type right in here. You can spell check, you can highlight, you can add pictures. There's all kinds of cool stuff that you can do in there. So that's just a really quick way to kind of access the discussion board. I wanted to make sure I showed you that. And then also you can click on grades. So that is a super quick tour of the classroom space. And then we also went through our top 10 tips. I see that some of you guys, I'm so sorry, I don't know how you got a different link, but I'm so glad that you're here now. Everything has been recorded, so we'll make sure that we get that up. It'll be up here within 24 hours, usually less than that, so we can make sure that you get everything that you need. So was this helpful? Did this help to kind of like go through the class and go through the information and see kind of like where to click and what to do and how to find everything? Did it also help that like you're not alone, right? So there's other students just like you that are wondering like, okay, how can I do this? How am I going to add this in? Where does it mean when it says to click here? How to find my assignments, right? So the nice thing is about these webinars is they're every single week. Again, our apologies, y'all. I don't know how we got the wrong week because so technology, there's gremlins, there's little gremlins somewhere. But no, for the on-demand or pre-recorded webinars, I just popped the link in the chat. You'll see it'll say SNHU 107 LC webinars. Those are loaded every Monday morning, right when you're getting ready to start the next week. Plus, those helpful focus videos are going to be loaded for your term again every Monday for the week. So that way you kind of have those longer videos and shorter videos that are here for your success. And just remember, if you get stuck or you have questions, please reach out to your instructors. Your advisors are going to be super helpful too. Like I said, if you're trying to get your book ordered and you're having any issues or you're just overwhelmed by it, your advisors are wonderful with walking you guys through that. I will work on getting this recording downloaded and uploaded to that page so that you guys can have quick access. Again, our apologies for a wrong link being sent out, but we are just so excited for you. We're so excited for you to join the SNHU family, and we just hope you have an incredible time with your SNHU 107 class. Y'all, good luck. You got this. I'm so excited for you, and I'll see you next week in Module 1. So enjoy your weekend. Get yourself ready to start classes on Monday, and just know you're going to be absolutely amazing. Good night, everybody. I'll get this recording up for you.